So before I get into my speech, as we like to call it, I'll throw some numbers at you. Keep these numbers in mind. It's not a test. You're not going to be signing any papers after this. Just keep these numbers in your mind, and then I'll discuss it towards the end of the talk what they actually stand for. I'll kill the suspense then. So we have 19,40,000, we have 7,000, and we have 3,000. Okay, so just try to memorize these numbers. Who am I? I'm Arushi Batra, and I'm here to talk about my second family, the Robin Hood Army. I'm the one on the left, in case you didn't notice. That cute, yeah, I wish I was her, but. So this is my second family. I basically did my master's in economics and really prepared for the corporate world. Then Robin Hood Army started, and there's no looking back. I'm still quite corporate, but eventually the caring came in as well. On the topic of introductions, I'd like to introduce to you a couple of friends of my Jaipur Robins. This is Sandeep. Now he stays in, is it Bais Godam, you said? He stays in Bais Godam, Kachi Basti. Sandeep is probably 14, 15, around the same age as you guys. He really wants to go to school, but instead he polishes shoes. His parents can't afford to send him to school or don't want to send him to school because he has to earn 300 rupees every day. We can't wait to get out of school. He can't wait to get into school. Now these 5 kids, sorry for the pixelated picture because it was taken at midnight. So these 5 kids, they found at a railway station, at the Jaipur railway station. As you can see, there is no adult here. So upon talking, they realized the mother had passed away. The father had gone off to work. He's a daily wage laborer. So they don't even know whether he's coming back or whether he's going to find them. Nothing. They gave them food, and the elders were so happy to get that food, they wouldn't take their eyes off the plates. They were waking up the youngsters. They're like, "Utho, utho, khana aa gaya," not realizing that they probably won't get a meal the next day. They don't know where their father was. We don't know whether he found them. But the Jaipur Robins didn't find them after that. This picture, one of the 2 girls in the green, one of them is named Dolly. Now Dolly is, as the name suggests, should be the doll of the house. She's from Noida. She has this skin ailment, skin disease. And the fact that she's sitting with other kids is revolutionary. That's what her father said. Because nobody was wanting to sit with Dolly before this. Nobody, let alone take a picture, nobody wanted to play with her, nobody wanted to touch her. Her parents were also quite sad with this whole thing because the community as a whole was shunning her. Dolly had become a taboo. But the simple fact that she's sitting with other kids and they are happy and smiling, you can see she's a little hesitant still, but they're still taking a picture. That I would say is pretty cool, wouldn't you? It's pretty cool. So who are we and what do we do? Now the Robin Hood Army is a volunteer-based organization. We take surplus food from restaurants and we give it to people who need it more than you and me. Now I've highlighted volunteer-based organization, it's in red. That's because we are no NGO. We don't have an office, we don't have any employees. We are all working professionals. We are housewives, we are dadas, dadis, chacha, nanis. We have people your age. We have someone as young as 3 who's a volunteer. So it's a volunteer-based organization. We don't collect money. We don't need your money. We basically need 2 hours of your time. We give it to different people. We might go to an HIV shelter home. We might go to a hospital. We might go to flyovers. Anyone where we see needs food, we are there. Is lack of food really why people go hungry? Is it because khana hai hi nahi, so they can't eat? No, it's not that there's lack of food. Up to 40% of the food that is produced in India, it goes to waste. 40%, that's a big number. It's not the lack of food, it's the lack of access. Now I'll ask you a very personal question. How many of us here have wasted food before? I'm guilty. Everyone's sort of raising their hands. We're all guilty of wasting food, throwing it down the drain. And one of the personal incidents which comes to my mind is that when I was younger, much younger than you guys, I used to hate milk. I hated drinking milk. My mother would get me a glass of milk every day, and I absolutely hated it. And I would wait for her to leave the room, and I would pour it down the wash basin. Now, if I had internet back then, I would have had more ideas of how to do away with my milk, but I didn't. So I used to just pour it down the wash basin, not realizing that I had to switch on the tap so that there's no white trail. I never did that. My mother would always find out. She would be super mad, obviously. She would come to me and she would say nothing. She wouldn't say anything except this one dialogue. And she would say, "You're wasting milk, food, because you get it so easily." Just imagine those million kids out there who will be so eager and desperate to get that one drop of milk that they would do anything for it. And at that time, I was like, okay, just take mine then. I mean, I don't mind parting with mine, but that's exactly what I'm doing now. I'm parting with mine so that I'm making sure that they are drinking and they're healthy. We call ourselves the Robins. Now, do you know what Robin Hood stands for? Do you know the myth, the Robin Hood? So here we're just not stealing. Let me be very clear. We're not stealing. We take from the rich whatever you want to give, and we give it to the poor. And that's why we call ourselves the Robins. All our volunteers, we call ourselves Robins. It doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, we are just Robins for everyone. How do we operate? So do you remember I said we don't collect money? Did everybody get that? We don't collect money. So how do we operate? The best things in life are for free. I think everybody will agree to that. The best things in life are for free. And what is free right now? WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and starting your own website. If WhatsApp was to charge you the next day, I'm out of it. So how do we operate? We operate through these platforms. And what that has done is, it has connected us to people we would never have imagined. We've connected with people from Pakistan, from Philippines, from Australia, from Singapore, from US, from everywhere. And that's probably why I'm also here, thanks to our good old Facebook. We have about 40,000 followers on Facebook, all organic. We don't pay for any ads. We are not those pesky little ads that you see on Facebook. You'll never see us there. We've enabled setting up of new city chapters. We've gotten new restaurants on board. We've got people like yourself joining because of all these things. Age, I mean, I know Anubhav in his speech said, start young. Age is not a factor. This guy right here, this young guy, he's Rehan. He's 3. In fact, he just celebrated his birthday day before yesterday, so he's 4 now. He's our youngest Robin. And Lata auntie, she is from Noida, and she's 74. And so she has this back problem. As you can see, her back just sort of went. Sorry. So as you can see, her back is a little curved. But she painstakingly will pick up a samosa, check the samosa, and give it to the kid. So age is not a number. We have people your age who have taken time out from their board exams, etc., and they work. This guy right here, every Sunday comes. When I was his age, I would play with Barbie dolls or go out, or my brother would wrestle me down or something like that. But this guy, he comes diligently every Sunday with his parents, and he volunteers. I don't know how many of you have seen a bank statement before. Hopefully not a terrible one, but this is the simplest, yet for us, the most rewarding bank statement. Not to get into the counts of it, but for us Robins, how many Robins do we have right now? About 8,000. We have about 8,000. We started in August of 2014. So only a couple of years back, and we've been able to grow to 8,000 Robins. We are in about 36 cities all over the world. Countries, we are in Pakistan, Philippines, Australia, Egypt, India, of course. People served, 1.6 million. Now, this seems like a very small number. Don't get me wrong, it is a very small number. There is so much. There's just an entire nation that is banking upon us. This number is actually pretty small. We always have this one tagline, and my Jaipur Robins will agree, only 1% done. Always, only 1% done. Now, this is quite exciting because usually when we talk of Pakistan, either we are talking about cricket matches, agreed? Or we're talking about the recent controversies of hiring Pakistani actors, that's all. But when we started this, we got in touch with our friends in Pakistan. We tapped into our network because of social media. And we're like, guys, would you want to do this? And because Pakistan is so similar, the society is so similar to our own, they look just like you, they look just like me, they act, behave just like us. We're just on opposite sides of the border. That's all. The society is plagued by the same problems that we are. So we got in touch with them. These kids, they're off the internet, they're not part of us, but these kids, as you can see, that cute little selfie, or those two guys just merrily eating, they look like us. So it was very crucial for us to tap into Pakistan and tell them, guys, come on board and do it. On 14th and 15th of August, what is on 15th August? Okay, that's great. What is on 14th August? Exactly. So we started this called Mission 500K, where our mission was to feed 500,000 people across India and Pakistan. We've had this 2 years in the running, and both those 2 years, we've achieved that. That's only because our Robins were passionate, and also because they were able to get help from people like you who are not part of the organization. Beyond food. So I have this one tagline that I keep telling everyone. Robin Hood Army is what you want it to be. It's like a platform. Consider it as a platform to convert your intention, your ideas into reality. So this is what we do. We have dental and hygiene drives, which you would say is quite crucial. We have a Diwali to remember, where Diwali people went out and did basically help someone else or did puja with them or just making sure that their lives were better. We had Santas going to old age shelters, so that was quite cute. And we also had the Latur water drive. Now, do you know the town in Maharashtra called Latur that was, because of drought, that was suffering? So we were able to get 75,000 gallons of water to them. Now, this is, again, nothing as compared to what they needed, but all of this was only made possible because people like you came forward. How much is it that we can do? We need everyone's help. War against illiteracy. Now, we've started diversifying. We're behaving like an organization. We've started diversifying. Food is always going to be our core product. But now we've diversified into having our own academy. We conduct weekly sort of classes, we'll have fairs, we'll have different sort of things. We'll also have PTAs, actually. And these are all kids out on the streets who don't have modes of going to school or whose parents have not really warmed up to the idea of sending their kids to school. For example, now this guy right here, the one in the center, he's from Shillong. He is probably 9 or 10, but this is his first time writing ABCD. That girl you see there, she's Sheetal, she's from Mumbai. She sells hair clips in local trains. And you know how terrible the local trains can be in Bombay. So she used to sell hair clips. Parents, same old story. Parents didn't want her to go to school, etc., etc. We spoke to the parents, and now she's going to school. And she's quite excited about it, let me tell you that. Now this guy, this center, the one in the pink t-shirt, I don't know if you can see him. His name is Mahesh. He's a drug addict. He's as old as, probably he's 10, 12, something like that. He's a drug addict. And the Robin Hood Army was very, you have to handle these matters very sensitively, that you should know. He was a brilliant kid. He could put anyone to shame with respect to calculations. So the Robin spoke to the parents, and the parents was like, this is not in a hand, he has bad company, he would go off, drugs, etc., etc. We counseled him for 2 months. We told him, what is your real problem? Tell us, why do you have to go to drugs? Let math be your drug. Let that be something that makes you want to go higher and higher, not in the literal sense, but. So this guy now he's sober for the past 2 months. He's sober. He's going to be joining school in April or May, one of the batches. And he already has put all his people to shame. Like, he is already solving math problems way beyond everyone's belief. And this guy's from Jaipur, I believe, as well. And he was, he's quite young, but the way he was giving his speech was incredible. We are in the business of spreading smiles. That girl, she's smiling because she has chicken wings on her plate. She might have not smiled before, might have, we don't know. But we are happy to see her smile like that. So we like to call ourselves as being in the business of spreading smiles. Now, mind you, I'm not trying to say that, you know, you should join us, this and that. No. Do what you feel is right to be able to get that smile out of a person. That's incredible. Just a couple of stories. This lady is from Karachi. She has to work to get medicines for her husband, and her husband is fairly ill. She still sends her kids to school because she knows what the importance is. We found some mooch brothers, as we like to call them. So this guy right here, he's a Robin, and he found a coolie, you know coolie, porters. So they would give food every day to them, friends now, maybe even Facebook friends, who knows. So this guy right here, he basically was he was starving, and you know, you can see his brother there, and he had to drop out of school, and now he's a kabadi wala. He had to drop out of school because of various reasons. And his family was like, you know what, it's fine as long as he gets the money. Again, Robbins, come into the picture, get some external help, and now he's going to school in August. How can you help? Now I say you, and I've put that in red, and I have not put any other points here. How can you help? Only you know that. It takes a second to make a WhatsApp group to coordinate a movie, to coordinate going for a party. It takes a second to make a WhatsApp group, to make a plan to go to an old age home or a shelter, or to go to someone under the flyover and just speak to them. Just matter of seconds. So remember that slide I was talking about, the numbers? Do you remember them? What's the first one? Second? Third? Very good, you passed the test. 19,40,000 people will sleep hungry in India just today. Just today, 19,40,000 people. And we might waste our tiffin. 7,000 Indians will die of hunger just today. 3,000 kids under the age of 5 who've just actually been born, if you look at it, they will die of hunger just today. Now, the reasons why I've highlighted tonight and today in red are because that's what matters. This is all in a day that is happening. And if we just see what we've done in a day, you'll see what you have to do. So when you walk out of the hall today, I'm just hoping you see a beggar, you see someone begging. I hope these numbers come to you and you have a glucose biscuit and you have a smile in your hand. That's all you need, basically. Do you know this song, Drake, started from the bottom, now we're here? No. So we started as a humble group of 10 to 15 people in Delhi. And now that's our presence. We're getting there. Russia is still a mammoth, China and Russia is still a mammoth country to conquer. But we are here. We started 3 years ago, and we're happy to say we are 8,000 people old. We are about 36 cities, and still, always and always, only 1% done. Thank you.